Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this interview that Kabam John had with JX continues to be treasure trove with information and updates and some cool things that I want to share with you all. But if you do want to listen to the full interview, it's about an hour and 6 minutes, and I will leave a link in the video description. Definitely check out their channel. Awesome guys. They primarily focus on the lore and the story of the contest, but they also have a ton of awesome interviews on their channel, with myself included, and also plenty of other names that you will recognize, Kabam employees and content creators, so on and so forth. But let's just listen to what they have to say specifically about Battlegrounds and any new information that we, well, at least finally have official confirmation about some of these things.
That doesn't leak anything. Okay, so speaking of Battlegrounds, is there a release date? Just what Snake asked.
Yeah, I think Battlegrounds should be out next month.
Okay. You did mention that earlier, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Battlegrounds, I mean, I can go into it a little bit more too. It's coming out really soon. You guys are going to be pretty aware of it all very soon. Battlegrounds is going to come out and we'll have weekly rotating metas for it at the highest level. So that game mode is going to have a lot of really cool stuff. It's so much brand new stuff that people have been asking, or I guess all the people that have been building Alliance for the past 5 years are the people that are building Battlegrounds, and we've been able to take all of the lessons we learned from that game mode and channel it into a much more polished and clean game mode, and I think that's really going to show. And yeah, I think it's all kicking off next month. If you hate the metas, by all means, at me on Twitter. I probably won't see it. But yeah, it's I'm hoping that the metas are really fun and they let players flex their RPG muscles, and they get to see a bunch of nodes that are a little bit of a blast from the past.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jason Jabari says real quick, are we planning on doing rewards and Battlegrounds based off top 100, top percents, and etc.?
We'll get into that now.
Okay.
But I think that the rewards and ranked system for Battlegrounds is the most interesting one we have in the contest. And it's totally different than anything else we've done.
Dude, very exciting.
Okay, so that's, well, first things first, we do finally have official confirmation from Kabam employee that Battlegrounds are in fact returning next month. On top of that, we do know that they have settled down on a weekly meta schedule where we're going to be getting new nodes every single week, which is quite important in my opinion, because we do want them to change. And also like a very cryptic message that there will be many nodes that are blast from the past, so it's going to be interesting to see which nodes they have settled on. If you do have node ideas that we might see that are older nodes that blast from the past, typically would imply that these are the nodes that we do not necessarily see too often in, let's say Alliance War or Act 8 or Act 7, something that might be slightly forgotten. Might be a good idea to skim through Act 4s and 5 to check what was happening there. But, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's very nice to have official confirmation that Battlegrounds are in fact returning in September, because before that we only had a statement from Kabam Jax, I think, that they're coming early fall or something like that. There was another thing about the friendly mode, I believe, where they said specifically that friendly mode should not be far behind or something like that. So there is unfortunately a possibility that the friendly mode will not be live upon the the release of Battlegrounds, which would kind of suck, because I do have a ton of things planned for friendly mode in Battlegrounds. And yeah, also some very unique and interesting ranking system. And for that statement to reign true, we must assume it's nothing like Alliance Wars, to do with like tiers and stuff like that, and it's nothing like it was currently. So what do you think? What would be their version of very interesting and unique ranking system with tiers and whatnot? Also, there was another thing that Kabam John specified, that the metas will be rotating on weekly basis on higher tiers. and they specifically use the word tiers. So let's listen to that bit again. So I do think it was at 30 minute mark. 1 second.
Mine doesn't leak anything. Okay, so speaking of Battlegrounds, is there a release date? Just what Snake asked.
Yeah, I think Battlegrounds should be out next month.
Okay. You did mention that earlier, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Battlegrounds, I mean, I can go into it a little bit more too. It's coming out really soon. You guys are going to be pretty aware of it all very soon. Battlegrounds is going to come out, and we'll have weekly rotating metas for it at the highest level. So that game mode is going to have a lot of really cool stuff. It's so much brand new stuff that people have been asking, or I guess all the people that have been building Alliance for the past.
Okay, so he didn't use the word tiers, he said at the highest level, which again implies the fact that there will be other levels. That means that there will be different setup and system based on how and where you rank in Battlegrounds, or maybe based on your accounts or account progression titles, and so on and so forth. So obviously, you know, if you're watching this channel, you guys know that I'm a bit of a Battlegrounds junkie. I absolutely cannot wait for Battlegrounds to come live, especially also friendly modes. And yeah, I'm definitely even more so curious now to see what type of ranking system they're going to imply. Also, what type of blast from the past nodes there are going to be. But at the very least, I am somewhat reassured now that the Battlegrounds are definitely coming next month. I have been waiting so long for them to come back. This entire month has been an absolute torture and hell, with the game being absolutely flat. I do think Kabam made a big mistake releasing Gauntlet at the same time that EOP Finale Week came out, because now we have an entire month with no Eternity of Pain fights. You know, there's no other content dropping, no Act 8, none of that stuff, and no Battlegrounds. So it has been very, very tough to get through this month, you know, and not die of boredom in MCOC. But all of those things put aside, there are a few more things that I do want to highlight from this interview. But yet again, definitely, if you do want to listen to full hour-long interview with Kabam, John, and JX, I will leave a link in the description. They're awesome guys. As I said, they have interviewed me in the past, bunch of other Kabam employees, and bunch of other content creators. So they're well worth checking out. And I think they are just about close to 1,000 subscribers. So it'd be awesome if we can help them reach that. So all that being said, I'm going to catch you guys soon. Later. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next